No, Colonel Shafkat Syed, I can see you laughing nervously.
I can see you laughing nervously. You Pakistanis want and what you deserve now. You Pakistanis have asked for it.
2611 and all that.
Our patience has
you
gone
tell
out,
me who is Colonel Srikanth and Major Anand.
and you are taking too much for granted.
You blame Pakistan for everything that happens in India. No, now God saying that you are not blaming Pakistan for the Assam police firing on innocent civilians.
Colonel Syed,
I thank you.
Colonel Syed, I request you.
Blame Pakistan.
Colonel Syed, just a minute. Colonel Syed, I personally believe, though I know that there is a clutch of some apologists you still have in India. You see that, no, Brigadier, calm down, Brigadier. This is not a firing range.
Calm down.
This is not your firing range.
For the last 10 minutes. I'm not getting a bloody chance.
Sir, you can speak, sir.
Calm down.
Sir, but you have to answer the question. So you are angry tonight at your government's own position. Why are you turning your anger on us?
It's my turn now.
Yes, it's your turn now, and answer the question. It's your turn to answer the question. And my question to you is this, Brigadier Javed Hussain. My question to you is this, Brigadier Javed Hussain. Just a few days before Narendra Modi swearing in, it was none other than this same man, High Commissioner Basit, who went on a short lesson on how to achieve peace with India and said that peace can be only achieved through dialogue. 3 months later, we have that same man in an amusing situation provoking India in a way to deliberately derail the peace process between India and Pakistan. Now, I understand. If you tell me tonight, or no, we can't help it because we are trapped. And if our government does not do this, then Nawaz Sharif will be thrown out tomorrow and thrown to the political guillotine.
Don't ask leading questions.
So it's not a leading, it's a reality. Is that not the reality?
No, reality. No. This is a leading question.
Is that not the reality
what you expect?
In your country today?
No. Please get into discussion.
Don't get excited.
No, please.
So you sound
let's get in discussion.
So you lack conviction. So you lack conviction in what you're saying today, Colonel Shafkat Syed. I've seen you on previous Newshour debates, and tonight you lack conviction in your voice. Brigadier Javed Hussain, I'm very relaxed.
Can I come in now? Can I come in now?
Yes, please do come in, sir. Don't get angry. This is not your Pakistan Army firing range. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Pakistan Army, you said something about the Pakistan Army. Say that again.
Yes, I said that it is not. This is the Newshour. It's not a Pakistani Army firing range, and in any case, your firing range would have a lot of your incompetent military misfiring. So don't misfire on the Newshour, Brigadier Hussain. And I'll say that again to you. Don't mind my saying.
The firing range of the Mujahideen.
Sir, go ahead. Fire off the Mujahideen.
Kashmir.
Yeah, you're down to mercenaries.
The firing range is in the Naxalite areas where thousands of
Sir, I'll come back to the subject. Don't reveal yourself.
Killing unarmed civilians have been massacred.
Don't reveal yourself.
Okay, now coming to the point.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Coming to the point. Look, the world recognizes Kashmir as a dispute between India and Pakistan.
Sir,
your problem is, India's problem is that the world brackets India with Pakistan, not with China. And because of this, you know, so-called failed state, India is being bracketed with that. Now, as a result, India is bristling with inferiority complex. Get rid of this. Stop showing small minds. You are small-minded people.
Yeah.
Very, very small minds.
Yeah.
So the kind of talk, your pretensions to greatness are laughable.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Sir, that is
Get rid of your complex.
Sir, I
you understand? Sir, don't use jingoistic.
Brigadier Hussain,
it is not going to serve any purpose.
Brigadier Hussain, don't lose your shirt.
Unless there is Kashmir on the agenda, talks are going to be meaningless.
Yeah, there are no talks.
You understand?
We won't talk to you in these circumstances.
There will be no talks unless Kashmir, the jugular vein of Pakistan, is discussed.
Now, Brigadier Hussain, I've heard you.
It is the core issue.
I've heard you.
No Kashmir, no talks.
I heard you.
Let the Kashmir Mujahideen teach the Indian Army a lesson in occupied Kashmir.
I heard you.
How to conduct insurgency.
Sir.
And you want counter-insurgency lessons? I can ask the special forces of Pakistan.
I request you, Brigadier Javed Hussain,
how to conduct counter-insurgency.
That's 1 second.
Don't talk of Pakistan Army.
1 second. Before I go to Mayu Maroof and to Mahesh Jetmalani from London, I'd like to say just a few things to the very angry and emotional Brigadier. Brigadier Hussain, it's nice to hear talk about development coming from a country which in terms of its economic indicators is probably somewhere between the Central African Republic and Swaziland. So, I mean, I can only commiserate with you on that. I understand your anger at your impending disintegration as an independent nation being taken over by hordes of, uncontrollable tribesmen.
As a result of your inferiority complex, and you have developed a condescending attitude.
When you speak about the Mujahideen, you learnt your lesson in 1948, in 1965, in 1971. And you know what Ban Ki-moon said to you. You know what Ban Ki-moon said to you.
I am prepared to discuss the wars.
You know what Kofi Annan said to you.
I am prepared to discuss these
You know what Bill Clinton said to you.
Organize on the New Era program.
I ask you one question.
65 and 71.
Okay, I'll rest my case. Okay, let's
bring in your experts. Let us talk about the two wars.
We will talk about it. So
I want to discuss the LOC anytime, any place, anywhere.
Don't get angry. You lost the plot. I'm sorry, but you have lost the plot. My simple counter question is one. Mahesh, should we just ask the Pakistani just one simple question? Mahesh Jetbalani, I don't know, from my limited understanding of diplomacy, I have not known of any time since the year of the Lord 1962 that the UN Security Council has ever pursued the Kashmir question. Have you?
And when the
it has been 52 years. 52 years.
Remember the thrashing you got from the Chinese?
52 years since the UN Security Council ever looked at the Kashmir question. And they still go about this ridiculous, thing about it's our jugular vein, etc. We've taught them a lesson now. What's the next step? Mahesh Jetbalani to the angry brigadier from London. Maybe he has some advice for you. So I'm not responsible for the curfew in Karachi. I'm not responsible for your pitiable situation tonight. So don't take your anger out on me. Mahesh Jetbalani.
Enough. There's no point. All the sound and fury which we constantly have on our program with our Pakistani guests. I mean, as far as we're both concerned, perhaps the other side is incorrigible and impervious. Pakistan now has it's very clear now that they have a single point policy, and that is to bleed India on the pretext of Kashmir. Kashmir is their excuse and their only rationale for existence, in fact. Kashmir has now become their binding force more than anything else. So we have to deal with the Pakistanis on that footing. We can't take any more. Quite frankly, this government now must immediately call for the recall by the Pakistani government of Abdul Basit. His act of meeting the terrorists, in spite of a warning, is beyond the diplomatic red lines that are expected of any reasonable diplomat in any country. And he must be, the first step is to call back. I mean, now we have to go very strongly on the diplomatic offensive to set things right. Otherwise, the Pakistanis, at least in our view, are incorrigible. And it's probably a worldview after Bin Laden's secreting away in Abbottabad.
No, other option is to call all the Baluchi rebels and all these, their other Baluchi leaders. We can call them to New Delhi and have discussions with them. Last question here to Colonel Shafkat Syed.
I'd like to see how the Pakistani government and the Pakistani civilians.
I'd like to see them react to the Colonel Shafkat Syed.
Civilians react to that kind of an action.
Colonel Shafkat Syed, I have been told that when the ground slips from under your feet. No, one second, Maruf. When the ground slips from under your feet, you feel, like you're not in control. I just want to ask you today, the entire Kashmir issue slipped under your feet. Your only issue has been taken away from you. Your only issue. Now you have a government in India which doesn't give a damn about your warped up foreign policy anymore. We have stopped caring for you, sir. Which means we will not respond to you. You are a smaller country. You will now be dealt with in that way. So, Colonel Shafkat Syed, what will you do now? How will you keep yourself occupied?
You don't need to call Baluchis and the other rebels.
Now, how will you keep yourself occupied?
What
will you do now?
You are already meeting them in Kandahar and Jalalabad.
As
far as this is concerned, that you would treat us as a small country, you have been treating us as a small country, but to your agony, you have not encountered a small country. Pakistan has always been matching your unbecoming strength. And I feel that if you seek peace and you go for peace, you would find yourself benefiting more than us.
Sir, now you can't change your line. We took it away from you, Maruf.
India.
Maruf, you see the change in tone
and
now?
One more thing.
Maruf, you see the change in tone?
Now, once you ask a question, please have a heart to listen to
I see your change in tone.
Because you go on slinging, you go on using very strange words for your participants. And then you even don't listen to them.
I didn't say, I only called you a hypocrite.
I'm saying you don't need to call Baluchis to Delhi, or you don't need to meet them in Islamabad. You already meet them in Kandahar and Jalalabad. And as far as
you lost the plot.
Pakistan is concerned, that would be your biggest mistake if you deal Pakistan the way you plan to deal.
Sir,
peace would always be at equal footing. And peace would be once you solve all your unresolved issues.
Sir, I think
the first unresolved issue is nothing but Kashmir.
Sir, I think your government and your envoy lost the plot. I have this strong suspicion that you also lost the argument on the news article.
You knew it. It was a very open program. It was not being done.
Sir, you also lost the argument. Maruf has the last word. Maruf wants to respond to something I think Brigadier said before I close. Yes, let him go on.
Can I just respond to some of the points that have been raised by the... Sir, please, I've been quite calm with you all today. Just hear me out. 3 quick points. Brigadier Javed Hussain says that we want to learn lessons in counterinsurgency. We must get in touch with the Pakistan Army. The Pakistan Army is actually known for sponsoring insurgency, but has been having a bloody nose in Waziristan, where 5 divisions are involved, and they're still not being able to subdue the Baluchi tribes. And further up in the Waziristan area, where the Taliban, they are fighting, who are their own creation. The second point I want to tell him, and this is the argument that both Pakistani guests have brought out today very angrily, but they have brought it out. Sir, please hear me out.
Let him speak.
Sir, please hear me out. You are echoing.
No.
Sir, you are echoing exactly. No, sir, you are echoing exactly the thesis of Christine Fair, whose book I'll be happy to present to you if you give me your address. That how Pakistan Army wants to fight to the finish, and how it wants to hold on to Kashmir for its own reasons of funding, importance and strategy. And finally, let me tell you one thing, sir. Let me tell you, tell us that we can't be a great power if we don't talk to you. America never spoke to Iran for decades. And the world and you people in particular sucked up to the Americans because you realized they were the biggest power in the world who could bail you out at that point of time. General Musharraf went on record to say that we had no option but to fall in line with the Americans and abandon the Taliban that we had created, because we would be bombed to Stone Age. You are asking yourself now to become a North Korea and another pariah state because the world doesn't want to interact with a country like yours, which is the key sponsor of terrorism in the world.
Sir,
you are the epicenter of terror. Don't delude yourself
but to your
into believing
it is the forefront country in the war against terror. You will accept that.
Good luck to you, sir.
It is the forefront country in war against terror.
Everywhere you are cornered. And if the collective wisdom...
No, this is not.
The times have changed. Your bluff has been poured.
Us.
We are going to have a new policy, and you are going to be eating humble pie.
I think it's time up for the Pakistanis. And I just, as concerned as I am tonight about how unreasonable the Pakistanis are, yes, you're probably right. They belong to, the group of nations like North Korea who will eventually lack any connect with the rest of the civilized world. My concern also, Maruf, however, is with those apologist Indians. I don't know what interest with those apologists in India who are also concerned.
Unlike you,
there are some. There are some Indians who are also concerned. Mr. Colonel Shafqat Syed.
No, it's not.
Colonel Shafqat Syed. Learn to live.
No. Our Prime Minister is a civilized Prime Minister who can go anywhere.
It's all. Colonel Shafqat Syed, your country.
He's not.
Your country, Brigadier Javed Hussain and Colonel Shafqat Syed, your country suffers from an attention deficit disorder. But it's not our problem, it's your problem. Go seek someone else's attention. We are done with you. Thank you very much for joining us on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.